Alright, it's only me. Come on this morning, we're going to do one half the album of the day, which was of course Strange Days by The Doors. And what better track to play on the day after America swears in a convicted felon rapist supported by some billionaire non-politician but political James Bond baddie, Nazi saluting Elon Musk. So Jim Morrison was right, strange days, although he didn't probably think that in 58 years later, when you think of the days of 1967, civil rights, Martin Luther King, all that stuff, that 50 year later there would be a bunch of folk coming into power that's probably going to do away with any of the civil rights that folk fought for in the 1960s or since, and that my generation would be the ones that just decided on themselves that they were going to be a bunch of racists and stuff and give so much power to the people with the money. Just absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, let's cheer ourselves up with some music by The Doors. This one's a bit tricky today. Probably folk out there sitting thinking, why is he playing a song by the Doors on the bass? There's no bass in The Doors. Absolutely, you're correct. But on the studio albums, the Bridges, a bass player that would play the parts that Ray Manzarek would normally play live with his left hand, which if you're playing a bass on a keyboard or a bass guitar is two totally different things. So you end up with some different difficult bass lines on an actual bass guitar that if they're written by a keyboard player. So anyway, we've got the song here, Strange Days, in the key of E, and you've got this kind of, I don't know, it's like a kind of sci-fi cowboy style bass line here with this. So I mean that's the pattern that follows all the way through. Just that E and A and then G and C, followed by that interlude there by that G B flat, G to B to B flat to F. Plenty of slides to make the thing, make the music slightly uncomfortable with all the sliding about and a bit more exciting. And in the middle there you've got one of the tones run with the G to B to B flat bit, they stick in this riff which goes. But I mean, that's the pattern the whole way through, but quite interesting. No, actually played it. In fact, this is the first Doors track I've actually did. So I could make a hash of this because it is a bit of a tricky track. Pretty. Once you start, there's never really to stop. And if you muck up and fall off, then you're just going to have to jump back in. So anyway, this is Strange Days. Please enjoy. we play the Doors track. Strange Days for 1967, and Strange Days is what we'll be having for hopefully just the next 4 year. And hopefully these people don't get in there and change all the rules and keep themselves in power forever. Can it happen? Couldn't it happen, could it? No, Los Angeles couldn't burn down in a fortnight. Nah, couldn't happen. Couldn't happen. Anyway, have a nice day, don't have nightmares about it. And keep listening to the Doors.